If your Merchant Center account keeps getting suspended or your products aren't showing in Google Shopping, it's not just bad luck, it's usually your setup, and Google's stricter than most people realize. A lot of shopping store owners think installing the Google Sales Channel is enough, but if you don't get your feed, policies, and product data dialed in, you'll get flagged for misrepresentation. Or worse, your account will get shut down and stay that way. By the end of this video, you'll know how to 1. Set up Google Merchant Center the right way, even if it's your first time. Fix account suspensions, especially those vague misrepresentation ones, and manage user access and avoid permission issues that block campaigns. So let's get into it. Okay, so why a clean Merchant Center setup matters. Most store owners think Merchant Center is just a feed tool, but it's actually the gatekeeper between your Shopify store and Google Ads. Here's what it controls: whether or not your product appears in Shopping or Performance Max, which of your products are eligible to run or completely blocked, and whether tracking and conversions work properly. So for example, if you're running a Shopify store and trying to scale with Performance Max, Google Merchant Center has to be bulletproof. Otherwise, you're paying for ads that can't even show your products. Ever had products disapproved and had no idea why? Drop a comment with the issue, you're not alone. The 3 most common setup mistakes that trigger suspensions. Issue number 1 is misrepresentation or policy violations. Google Merchant Center wants to make sure your site is trustworthy, and it has a long list of what makes a store look suspicious, even if it's unintentional. So what to check and fix? 1. Your return and refund policy. Add a link to your footer, be specific, and avoid vague terms like contact us. Contact info. Include a phone number, even a Google Voice, business address, and support email on a dedicated contact page. For your About page, include a short company bio, ideally with your brand story and founding year. Make sure to avoid claims like best in the world, 100% guaranteed results, or only today, unless you can prove it. For the SSL certificate, check that your site uses HTTPS and shows the secure lock icon. For business registration info, if possible, link to your business registration number or LLC listing. This isn't about how legit your brand feels, it's how it looks to Google's automated systems. If anything's missing or inconsistent, you're out. Issue number 2 is product feed problems, things like GTIN, price, stock issues. Google expects accurate and up-to-date info on the product, or it will flag them. So things to fix: 1 is the GTIN or MPN, so you want to go to your Shopify, products, more actions, and then on the Google fields. If the product has a barcode, use that as your GTIN. If it's handmade or custom, set the identifier exists to false in your feed. For any price mismatch, enable automatic item updates in GMC and under settings. Make sure discounts in Shopify reflect exactly in the product feed. Avoid showing different prices on desktop versus mobile. And for availability errors, set all stock statuses in Shopify to continue selling when out of stock, only if you're dropshipping or backordering. Set all stock statuses in Shopify to continue selling when out of stock, only if you're dropshipping or backordering. And make sure product titles match exactly. Variant naming matters. This is where most stores get quietly disapproved. No warning, just lower impressions and wasted ad spend. Issue number 3, access and permissions mistakes. Wrong user role and disconnected accounts can block everything from approvals to conversion tracking. Here's what to fix. Go to Google Merchant Center, Tools, Account Access. Invite your team using business emails, not personal Gmail accounts. And then you want to assign roles based on what they need to do. Admin for full control, usually only you. Standard for partners or VA access, and email only if someone just needs notifications. Make sure your Google Ads accounts is linked in GMC under settings and linked accounts. And don't use multiple emails across GMC, GA4, and Google Ads. This causes sync issues. Access issues can look like ad problems when really it's just a permissions bug. Okay, so how to diagnose and fix problems step by step. First, you want to go to Merchant Center, then Products, then Diagnostics. Look under Item Issues. Filter by missing GTIN, mismatch prices, and availability or image issues. Click on any disapproved product. Go back into Shopify or your feed tool and fix the data. Click Reprocess Feed in GMC or wait for autosync. For large-scale fixes, use Feed Rules under GMC, Products, and then Feeds. For example, if a brand is missing, create a rule to add your default brand. You don't need a dev team, just a process. Fix, submit, verify, repeat. That's how you get back online fast. What to monitor after fixing. Weekly checks to avoid future problems. Disapproved products. Go to Merchant Center, Products, All Products, and filter by status. For Performance Max campaigns, go to Google Ads, Campaigns, Product Groups, and sort cost by ROAS. For conversion tracking, Google Ads, Tools, and then Conversions, and check event counts, enhance conversions if active, and tag firing. For your feed health, go to GMC, Products, Feeds, and check the feed status and fetch history. And for auto item updates, go to GMC settings, enable automatic updates for price and availability. Think of this like a weekly health check. Just 10 minutes a week can prevent a suspension that costs you thousands. Fixing Google Merchant Center isn't about avoiding errors. It's about making sure every product has a chance to perform. If your feed is broken, your ads are wasting money. If this helped and you want a full video on how to scale with Performance Max once your setup is clean, type PMax in the comments. I'll put that together next. If you want help reviewing your Merchant Center setup, there's a link in the description. We'll look at your feed, ads, and settings and tell you exactly what's holding you back. The reason your ads aren't working isn't your product, it's your process. When we launched, we were just two nerds running side hustles. Now our agency turns sleepy e-commerce stores into lean revenue machines. One landing page and one ad campaign at a time. We speak Shopify, we breathe Google ads, and we got this down to a science. Want to know what your top 3 competitors are doing better than you right now? We'll show you for free. Only open to brands doing $250,000 to $2 million in annual revenue. If that's you, apply this week. See how you stack up.